Hey everybody, it's Jared Miller with Bigmil Motorsports here. Let's see, it's Tuesday after our second dirt race of the year. Went really well. We had made some setup changes, went to some stiffer springs and opened up the spread on the springs a little bit on the side to side. And it worked really well. In the qualifying group, I ended up qualifying second in my group. Which is pretty good. I think there were 8 or 9 people in the group and some fast guys, so felt pretty good there. So I started my heat race second in that same group, and really got comfortable running the high side. The car really could rotate now. I really felt like I could stay in the power a lot more once I got the car rotated. It worked out really well. I was really happy with it. I ended up finishing third in the heat race. So it went really well. After the heat race, I talked to some of the faster guys, and they were all telling me that really the bottom side is where the fast lane was at. So luckily for the feature, I started 5th, third row inside, and with that, I ended up pretty much staying on the bottom the entire race. I almost took that advice a little bit too far. So with that, I kind of realized at the end of the race, almost as I'm pulling off the track, that I really needed to run more of a middle line through the dirt. I think that would have been a little bit better. There was a couple times I did that and the car felt really good when I was either going around a lap car or was trying to get out of the way of somebody else or something like that. But I always went back down to the bottom. It was almost kind of like I couldn't get my brain out of that mode. So that's something that I need to work on, is being able to move my line around, kind of go wherever the car's comfortable. I probably would have at least gotten a little bit better of a finish, I think, if I would have ran the middle line more towards the second half of the race. But either way, was running side by side and 3 wide with a lot of the top 5, top 8 guys there, so it was pretty good, pretty fun, kind of hair raising, because there was I don't think I've really been 2 and 3 wide that long in a race before, and so especially on dirt where you're sliding around a little bit more, it was very hectic. But to me, that was a lot of the fun. I really enjoyed that. So. So it came out good. I thought that was successful. We didn't wreck anything. The car felt really good. And we ended up finishing 8th, although I think with like 2 laps to go, I was maybe 6th or something like that. And then we got a 3 wide battle, and they were just some better drivers than me. So anyway, it was interesting talking to my wife on Sunday, and she was asking, which do I like more, asphalt or dirt? Honestly, I've only ran dirt. This will be my 2nd time this year, 3rd time ever. So I don't have a ton of experience. I probably ran 180 races on asphalt. But I really think that they're 2 totally different animals here. Even with the exact same car, technically even the same tires. But really on asphalt, it's more about precision and consistency. So it's hitting your marks, hitting your brakes the same every time, turning in the same every time, being consistent in that. And if you can do it in a fast lap and you can repeat that and stay consistent and not vary your line a whole lot, you can be really fast. With dirt, it's kind of a completely different animal. So in dirt, it doesn't take a lot of precision, but it takes a lot more car control in terms of there's more variability. So it's not about hitting your same marks every time. It's not about being consistent every single lap with the exact same entry and the exact same braking and all that kind of stuff. It's more like adapting to the changing environment that goes around you. So you're not, in my mind, you're on the edge, but you're on a different edge. You're sideways a lot more, you're spinning your tires a lot more. You can run the bottom line, you can run the middle line, you can run the top line, you can run the bottom line and then come off to the top, or run the top and come off on the bottom, or it's quite a change there. So I like them both. but the reality is that working on running on dirt, just right now it's just so much more of a learning curve. I enjoy learning, so I think that's so much fun for me. But anyway, we're here. It's Tuesday night. Like I said, the car was fantastic on Saturday, so the first thing I'm going to do is not change the setup. I think that if I would have driven the car better, I probably would have been able to get a better finish, and obviously getting more used to the lines and changing the lines throughout the race, figuring out the limits. I still don't think I found the limit of the car yet, so I need to push harder, whether it be going faster into the corners, whether it be getting harder on the gas coming out. Full throttle as much as I can down the straightaways and things like that. So that'll be obviously a little bit of a learning curve there. Probably going to be a little bit difficult if cars are on my outside, because for me, driving it on the inside is where I'm nervous. You know, I'm not sure how much when I drive it in that the car is actually going to push up, and so when I've got a guy on my outside like that, I've got to really hold back a little bit. But when I'm on the outside, man, I'm pretty confident that I can push it that much harder. So we'll see. Either way, we're going to keep the setup the same on the car. Talking to some of those same faster guys that were talking to me about the bottom side and kind of the fast way around the track, that some people were running different gears than I was. So currently, for the last 2 races, I've been running a 358 gear in 4th. One guy runs a 342, a couple guys run a 373, and some of the guys that run a 373 were the faster guys. Now, I don't know if they're faster because they're better at it than some of the other folks, or if there might be a little bit of advantage to that 373. So what I am going to do, I'm not going to change the setup, but I am going to change the rear gear from a 358 to a 373. So a 373 in 4th should give me a little bit more, kind of oomph off the corner, and maybe help the car rotate a little bit more off throttle. We'll see how that goes. I'm not going to change anything else, but if the fast guys are running that, then I'll try it and we'll see how it goes. I'm also going to try to do a video of that, of changing the gear, kind of a how-to video. It shouldn't be too bad. I'll try to post that on YouTube at a later date. I don't know. But I'll get that. I know several people have asked about doing more how-to videos and things like that. Other than that, I've got the car here. We got it scaled after the race. Oops. And everything's scaled exactly the same as it had before the race, so that's a good sign. So literally I'll do change the gear, nut and bolt a couple more things, change the oil filter. If you remember from my last video, I change my oil filter every single race. This will be my second, or that was my second race on dirt, so I won't change the oil for another 3 races or so, and we'll go from there. Let's see. Other than that, our next race is this coming Saturday at Brush Creek. So same track, same setup, different gear. I should hopefully learn a lot more. I mean, never before in my career did we run the same track more than twice in a row. So this is really good for my learning curve. Same track, same everything, as much as can be the same when you're running dirt. So I think I'll pick up even more this coming week. Obviously I finished 8th last week. A little bit more of the faster guys were better in the feature than they were the week before, and that's why I finished a couple spots behind this past week. But like I said, the car felt good. So other than that, if you have any questions, go ahead and fill them out in the comments box. Like the video, subscribe to us on YouTube. If you want, you can check us out on Facebook. I tend to update things a little bit more frequently through Facebook, and we'll go from there. So appreciate you guys watching. Thank you.